was a real-life murder-for-hire love triangle in Texas. Tonight, how the twisted plot unfolded, from dance lessons to deadly consequences. The woman caught at the center, speaking out for the first time tonight. Here's ABC's Ryan Smith.
I had always wanted, since I was a little kid, I'd see these older couples dancing. Every step was perfect and every move was in unison. They were one.
Rochelle Shatina was looking for the perfect partner in dance and in life. And she thought she'd found him in a wealthy doctor.
He was a wonderful dancer and he introduced himself to me. My name's Joseph.
But somebody else wanted to cut in.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mike Dixon.
911, what's the emergency?
3 people trapped in what would become a dance of death.
There's a bullet. I need somebody to hurry.
One of those people, Joseph Sonnier, a well-known doctor, successful businessman, and multimillionaire.
He's living the single life and having a fun time.
So it wasn't about getting married?
I don't think he would have gotten married again.
At 19, Sonnier married his high school sweetheart, Becky. But the marriage fell apart. So the doctor went back out on the dating scene.
He went on a lark to a dance class, ballroom and salsa and swing. And through that dance community, he found his confidence again.
And that's where he finds her, Rochelle Shatina.
She's blonde, she's tall, she's gorgeous.
They have a lot in common. Both divorced, both with grown children. Their first date, a football game with his kids.
It's the first date, and he's bringing you around his family.
It really wasn't a big deal to me. I certainly wasn't nervous about it.
Soon, he takes her to visit his grandchildren in Los Angeles.
Where's your head?
Then to Paris.
It was really a dream come true. We bought a lock. You throw the key into the Seine River, and that locks in the moment forever.
But for Rochelle and Joseph, forever would only be a matter of weeks. On a sweltering Wednesday in July, Rochelle learns that the love of her life has been murdered. A landscaper finds his body.
There are police cars everywhere. There's crime scene tape all around Joseph's house. It was just absolute chaos.
Detective Zach Johnson catches the case and asks her to come in for questioning.
How would you describe your relationship with Dr. Sonnier?
He's the love of my life.
Detective Johnson asks Rochelle if she knows anyone who might have wanted to stalk the doctor or held a grudge against him. She rattles off a list of Sonnier's ex-girlfriends. He asks Rochelle about her past lovers. One name is on the tip of her tongue.
It's Dr. Thomas Michael Dixon. He's a plastic surgeon in Amarillo.
Dr. Mike Dixon.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mike Dixon.
Well known, he's divorced and wealthy. Rochelle and Dr. Dixon had dated for a year and a half before they broke up, and she started seeing Dr. Sonnier.
He knew that I was dating Joseph. He called him by name in a series of text messages. He wanted me to come back to him. I told him no.
But is Dixon the kind of man to take no for an answer? Johnson wants to find out. So he drives 2 hours to Amarillo for a face-to-face conversation with Rochelle's ex that Detective Johnson secretly records.
Dr. Dixon, I'm Detective Johnson with the Lubbock Police Department. I told him it was Rochelle's boyfriend. And his first thing was, oh, I don't know anything about him.
I haven't talked to her in months and months.
And I was like, okay, well, that's a little odd because she told us that he knew about the relationship.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I love that woman. I really did.
For Detective Zach Johnson, alarm bells were sounding.
I really had fallen head over heels. In fact, made a lot of life changes for her.
Dixon seems like a likely suspect, but he has an alibi the night of Sonnier's murder. Detective Johnson is stumped.
There's something not right here. This is a huge whodunit.
Until a witness comes forward with a name, David Shepard, who soon confesses to the crime.
He's laying on the floor, not moving, not breathing, nothing. I check his pulse in his neck. He's dead.
Shepard has no known connection to Dr. Sonnier, but guess who he's best buddies with? Dr. Dixon.
And we just kind of hit it off.
It was an unlikely bromance. Dixon, a successful plastic surgeon, and Shepard, a divorced, unemployed con man. Shepard tells police he volunteered to help Dixon get even with Rochelle Shatina.
He left his wife for her. You know, she broke up his marriage, and he just wanted to, I guess, pay back.
And that meant getting rid of the man she loved.
He wanted him hurt, and then it gradually developed into having him killed.
Based on Shepard's confession, police arrest Dixon for ordering the hit on Dr. Sonnier. But who will the jury believe? A respected plastic surgeon or a convicted con man? In the first trial, Shepard reneged, refusing to turn against his best friend. In the end, the jury couldn't reach a verdict. But at the second trial, a new witness takes the stand. Another one of the hitman's daughters. She takes the jury back 3 years. Her normally cash-poor father treats his 3 daughters to a fancy steak dinner.
We all asked him, how do you have money? And his words were, I did some work for Mike and he paid me early.
And you think that was a prepayment for killing Dr. Sonnier?
In retrospect, absolutely.
It takes a new jury only 3 hours to deliberate.
The verdict is in. Unanimous verdict.
Guilty on 2 charges.
Mike Dixon is convicted on 2 counts of capital murder. He is appealing the verdict. As for the woman at the center of it all, Rochelle Shatina has a warning.
There are real sociopaths and psychopaths that walk amongst us. They're charming. They sit at the dinner table with you and your children, and sometimes they sleep in your bed with you.
Tonight, Rochelle Shatina has put Mike Dixon out of her mind, but says Joseph Sonnier will always have a place in her heart.
I'll always love him, and I would just tell him how sorry I am.
For Nightline, I'm Ryan Smith in Lubbock, Texas.
Dixon's lawyers still maintain that Shepard acted alone and that their client never ordered the hit on Dr. Sonnier, and they are appealing the verdict.